Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the LJ Reinke Travel Channel. It is May 20th, 2024. Behind me you see the Seattle Space Needle. You're looking essentially north. This was built for the 1962 World's Fair. I remember as a child driving by here with my family. We didn't go up, but we saw it and was very impressed. When I was years ago, I brought a youth to Tacoma for a youth conference, and we bought tickets to go up in the Space Needle and also to see the Chihuly Glass Museum below, which you must not miss if you come to Seattle. See the Chihuly Glass Museum. Our tickets, we waited until the next morning to go up in the Space Needle, and it was foggy. We were the only people up there because it was nothing but white. We couldn't see a thing, but nevertheless. Now, I'm on the Norwegian Sun, and I'm going to make my comments particular to our youth students from Wing School. I told them I was going to be posting some videos for them to look at. Behind me, I'm on deck 13. There's only in the front, the fore and the after the part of the ship, there's a deck 13. Below me is deck 12, which is kind of a balcony around the pools. You can see the pools down below. 2 pools, 4 hot tubs. And they're getting ready. The music is getting started for we're going to be launching here in just a few minutes. So they're starting to make the noise and people are starting to gather. I'm going to pan the city skyline. This is downtown Seattle. It's a beautiful city. It's surprisingly hilly. It's like San Francisco. It is not a level city. No, there's no level streets in downtown downtown Seattle. I'm going to walk towards the end because I want to show you something that you can't see from where I'm standing right now about Seattle. One of the things I will say about the pier area here along the bay is that there used to be a freeway, a double-decker freeway that ran along here, and it was a great big concrete monstrosity. Well, they finally decided this city's too beautiful, we got to get rid of it. So they got rid of that. It was a big deconstruction project, but they got rid of it. So that is no longer here. What I wanted to share with you is as I turn to the south here, you will see Seattle has one of the big wheels, which is real common now in a lot of cities around the country. And if you look back there, you see some arches. There are 2 stadiums back there with retractable roofs. There was once the King Dome, which they imploded some years ago and rebuilt on that site with 2 other stadiums. If you ever get to Seattle, one of the things I would suggest is take a ferry from downtown Seattle. You can see a ferry there right in front of what you see as those stadiums, and take it to Bainbridge Island. It's an inexpensive way to cross Puget Sound to Bainbridge Island and to get a feel for getting out in the ocean. Take your car or just go as a passenger. A couple of things about our trip today and about the Norwegian Sun. One is on our trip from Minneapolis to Seattle, I'm sitting in the middle row, right between 2 guys, all right? Turns out I see the guy next to me on my left opens up his computer. His name is Jay. My name is Jay, and I'd already introduced myself to the guy on my right. His name was Jason. Now, the problem with Jason was he would not talk at all, and I was not planning on talking. He wouldn't say a word. And what's really frustrating is even during takeoff and landing, he didn't open up the shades. So you couldn't see yourself land. Man, people, if you're gonna take off and land, at least look at the ground while you're taking off, would you please? But I wasn't sitting by the window, so we couldn't do that. Also interesting, 7th and 8th graders. I met a gentleman here who was from Barbados. He works at one of the bars, and our book we read this year, The Witch of Blackbird Pond, Kit was from Barbados. And so interesting that I met somebody from Barbados today. Oh, there is the horn. I think we're getting ready to leave, people. One of the interesting things about cruise ships, and I'll just say this, is they're all similar, but they're all different. They all have a unique personality. Even though the Norwegian ships have similar restaurants, they're arranged differently. The deck plans are different. Each has a unique personality, and it takes a little bit of getting used to. But we're looking forward for this 9-day cruise up to Alaska. I paid for good Wi-Fi. I hope I'm able to upload a video here in just a little bit, upload this video. Meanwhile, I will say goodbye, and hopefully we will check in again tomorrow with some other video about what's happening on board. Take care, goodbye, and God bless, folks. Bye-bye.